This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events, and we have a stellar event lined up for you. One of the most important ones, I think, in the community, and it is for Compassion Waco. It's their annual dinner, usually around Thanksgiving. This is going to be on Tuesday, November 19th at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. And I'm so honored to have Stacy Love here, who is the executive director, and David Dickson, who's the chairman of the board. And it is great to have you here to talk about this event and about the ministry. It's been known as Compassion Ministries, and in the last few years kind of tweaked the name to Compassion Waco, which is a little more specific. David, as chairman of the board, just your thoughts about this upcoming event and why it's important to support Compassion Waco.
Well, thank you. And yes, this event that we have coming up is our annual banquet, and it's a big component of our fundraising. It's where we through the generosity of our donors, can collect funds to help us operate from year to year. So we put a lot of effort into it, and it's become kind of a mainstay in the Waco community. We tend to see the same supporters year after year, and new ones, which we're very happy for. But it will be, as you said, on the 19th, a Tuesday, at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame at 6 o'clock. And tickets can be purchased at the Compassion office, or if you want a table, you can buy a table.
Well, it's very popular. I mean, hundreds of people come, and I've got a lot of great things that happen that night. Stacy, let's talk a little bit about, well, I want to really get this off the top because Bloomingdale's does an awesome thing for Compassion Waco.
Absolutely, Ann. Yes, they do. And thank you for having me. Bloomingdale's offers a monthly flower subscription starting in the month of December and goes through of November 2025. And for $300, you get a beautiful arrangement to place anywhere in your home, and $120 of your purchase fee, which is $300, goes back to Compassion. So we are very grateful for that partnership.
Well, and I did that last year, of course, at the event. But you can go online, and if you can't make it to the banquet, you could go ahead and participate. Is that right?
Absolutely. You can call our office. You can connect with us on our social media accounts. We'll be more than happy to call you, give you the details, and help you make the purchase.
Well, Bloomingdale's is right there on Austin Avenue, and my association, with the Waco Symphony Board, many months I would get it and just take it to the symphony office, so they'd have something, when they greet folks in there. So it's wonderful to have to enjoy in your own home or to give as a gift. But Bloomingdale's is just a wonderful partner with Compassion.
Yes, and we're happy and excited to continue to partner with them for another year.
Yeah. So that evening, I know there's always some celebrity waiters. And, of course, they're jockeying to see which one is going to make the most tips. So you've done that, I know, in the past.
No, I have never been.
You've never been a waiter?
I have never been a celebrity waiter.
Yeah, Mike has.
But Mike Harder has. And the perennial champion, the waiters compete for who gets the most tips.
Right.
And it gets to be a competition. And we're going to have to probably retire the trophy if Daryl Luce wins it one more time. Daryl and his son Brandon, they're tough competitors. But we've got a lot of tough competitors like Mike Rittmeyer and Andy Patillo and quite a few celebrity waiters.
Yeah.
I guess I would call them minor local celebrity waiters. But that's
they do a good job.
They do a great job. They keep things lively. It's funny. They'll, go out of their way to try to earn tips. All the money goes to Compassion.
Of course it does, yeah.
But they compete, and it's humorous to see sometimes.
Well, I'm looking forward to it being in the hall, in the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. Great venue there. Stacy, let's talk a little bit about Compassion Waco, though. I mean, you're relatively new to the executive director.
Yes, I
job.
am.
Tell me a little bit about your background.
I come with 32 years of experience with the state of Texas. I retired as the regional director for CPS. So I wanted to continue to work with families, and coming to Compassion gives me the opportunity to go back to working one on one with families, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Yes, I mean that's really what you do is provide kind of temporary situation housing for at-risk families.
Yes,
Right.
we provide housing for at risk families. It's exciting to see when interviewing a family when they first come in and see the sadness that they face. And then once they are admitted and have housing at Compassion, see the light come back. Because it's my philosophy, you can't move forward until you feel safe. And part of feeling safe is having safe housing. And so we're able to provide that to our families. We offer programming for them to help them get back on their feet. They may have parenting class, financial management, cooking class, anything that we feel that will enhance their parenting skills and their ability to be a success. And one of the unique things about Compassion is if you successfully complete the program, at the end of your stay, we will reimburse you half of your rent back. And the goal of that is to allow our families to get a fresh start without having a financial burden when they're ready to move out on their own.
Yes, the concept is wonderful in that it's providing a place that is safe, as you say, in your physical locations there on Austin Avenue. How many families can you service at a time?
We have 14 apartments.
14.
Yes.
And I guess just even in your short tenure there, you've seen probably some great success
I have seen
stories.
some great success
Yeah.
stories. Like I said, it's been exciting I've done lots of interviews since I've started, and to see those families progress and come in very sad, but now happy with a plan, how they're going to move forward in their lives, and seeing them do that has been a great joy. Plus the kids, seeing the kids every day and seeing them happy and making them smile is a gift every day.
Yeah, are there any requirements for, I mean, you mentioned rent. I mean, what are some of the requirements for someone who comes to use the services there at Compassion?
We're asked that they're working
Mm-hmm.
or have the ability to get a job within the first 30 days. We have weekly programming that's mandatory unless you're working or in school, and we also have a curfew, and that's more so for the safety of our residents. And so that they can be safe at night in the community. But if they do all those things along with the program, it's a great story.
Well, it's one of those things to me, kind of like family abuse center. I wish we didn't have to have. It would be nice to put you guys out of business, right?
Right.
That would be ideal. But as we know, there's a need. And so, David, let's talk a little bit about you and what kind of drew you to volunteering with this organization.
Well, I've been involved in the nonprofit community over decades, I guess, including a stint at the Waco Foundation. And Compassion has always been one of the charities that Jeannie and I supported. She was on the board before I was. I think she was chair of the board. I'm currently chair of the board, so I guess you would say I followed my wife's good example.
There you go.
But I was recruited by a force I could not resist, that being Debbie Luce, who's a good
Yeah,
friend.
she has sat right here and talked about this very event. Yeah.
And she told me I needed to be on the Compassion board, and
Yeah.
Jill McCall seconded,
Yeah.
and I've known both those ladies literally since we were in high school,
Yeah.
which was a long time ago. And how can you say no? It's a good cause and great people on the board, great volunteers that we have. All of our apartments are sponsored by churches or individuals or nonprofit groups. They, keep it furnished and keep appliances in the unit. So, it's just a fantastic organization.
Well, it's meeting a very important need. I mean, bottom line. The event, again, coming up is Tuesday, November 19th at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. Easy to park and easy to get in. It's a very user-friendly venue for an event like this. What can we expect, Stacy, we've got our celebrity waiters we've talked about.
We will have some great silent auction items. We'll have a wonderful meal, lots of fellowship. I'm looking forward to meeting all of our donors and having a great night in honor of compassion.
Well, and I think it's awesome that this is your first
Yes.
as executive director.
Yes.
So we were chatting before you came into the room, singing Stacy's praises. You want to just tell us, as a board chairman, how you feel about having her with you?
Well, we're very excited to have Stacy join us and to be our executive director. And I've gotten to know Stacy over the last few months, and I can tell you she has the experience. She is a licensed social worker herself. She has a MBA in business, and she checks all the boxes for the type of skills you would want for an executive director. Working at CPS for 32 years, that's a difficult job because you're dealing with children in distress. And Stacy has come away from that job with a great deal of wisdom and maturity and compassion for people in tough situations, and those skills right there make her a perfect fit for the job. She's providing excellent leadership for our board and our employees.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with people who've dedicated their lives, as you have, Stacy, to helping people. How do you cope with some of the hard things?
Some of the hard things, I wake up every day and say I've done everything that I can do for the children and families of McLennan County.
Right.
And every day, if you give your all, that's all that you can do. And it does come back around. In my previous job, it's enlightening to see, some of the families that you touched, and they're still grateful for how you treated them. I always say, treat everybody with dignity and respect. These aren't puzzle pieces. These are people, and they deserve our best every day.
I love that. They're not puzzle pieces. They're, and you are changing lives. I mean, literally saving lives, I think, and probably in some cases. But Compassion Waco, what an awesome organization. And you can take volunteers, right? You like volunteers?
Yes, we love volunteers. We love volunteers. People have the opportunity to volunteer in any capacity that they would like. We also are always needing volunteers on Thursday nights when we provide child care for our families when they go to their weekly program. So we're always welcome for volunteers in any capacity that they would like to come.
Well, that's great. And again, the dinner is going to be on Tuesday, November 19th at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. And how can folks get tickets again?
Call Compassion.
Compassion Waco.
At Compassion Waco, and we can set you up.
All right. Very good. Thank you both for all you do in the community and for being with us today to talk about this amazing event. Happy to have you here.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us for Central Texas Events. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.